Hey, it's Nika from Fabulously Creative. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute since I've done a journaling video, and I am actually caught up in my daily journal, but I haven't done any memory keeping. And I don't know if you can tell by the sound of my voice, but I have been sick. That's the reason why I didn't upload any videos. I have been waiting for my voice to return. But I have been very, very busy in my craft room. So the last time I did like a full journal setup showing my full system, I was complaining that Webster's Pages had went out of business and I hadn't had a chance to get any new travelers notebooks. Like, they have been my favorite for a long time. And as you can see, this one is beat up. It has thread hanging. The glitter has worn off. I mean, I have gotten my use out of this thing, but I wasn't able to find this type anywhere. So I've been experimenting with making these traveler's notebooks and getting the feel of how I want it. So this is the one I made, and it has like that chunky feel that I like. So I am so excited about this. And I also have an announcement. I am back on Etsy, and I will have these traveler's notebooks, and I have been experimenting getting the correct feel. So I have quite a few of them because I just kept experimenting because I wanted just this chunky, I love a good chunky mini. So, and you know I love pink and glitter and pretty things. Like, you can find traveler's notebooks online, but they're not, I don't know, they're not like, the pink glitter gold stuff I like. So these will be in my Etsy shop. And I'm going to see how far I can get through this before my voice gives out. Because like I said, I'll explain it all in my journaling video. This may switch to a voiceover. But yes, I don't even know if you can call it sick or if I just lost my voice. So I'm very excited because I also have new stickers. Yes, stickers are back. I've done digital stickers. It's been a minute since I have actually sold like the printed stickers. So we have new stickers, and I am excited to use these in my journal. So let's start with my daily. All right, so my voice decided to give out, so we had to switch to a voiceover. So while I am setting up my page, let me give you a little backstory of what this journal spread is about. So some of you who have been watching me for a while, I've explained how I've been going on like this healing journey, but I never quite explained it in full detail. So my healing journey started as I went through several years, over a decade of infertility, recurrent miscarriages, just a lot of grief and loss. And right after that season, I'd had my son, and I guess I never dealt with any of that. So I just kept going on with life, and I guess I didn't deal with it. And a few years later, I had to go on this whole healing journey, and it started with me just healing the trauma of those events. And from there, I got into manifesting, the law of attraction, and from there it just spiraled into something else. And I guess I also have to tell you, like, I have a very religious background. So I guess the two, my father is also a minister. I don't think I've ever shared that. So I come from a very, very religious, very strict background. So this whole idea of manifesting your dreams, law of attraction, all of that is it doesn't really go. So I've titled this page The Final Purge because I've been on this journey, but I've been sick like these last few weeks, but I did not feel sick. Like I've been coughing, but that's it. And normally when I'm sick, I'm kind of down, my energy's low. I just want to lay under a blanket, but that was not the case. Like I was doing a lot of coughing, but I felt amazing. Like I felt amazing. I felt like my creativity was coming back, and I was doing a lot of journaling, and I was doing some intense journaling over things, I guess memories that I had not thought about in years. And it was like, okay, why is all this coming up? But in that process, I don't know, I just felt great. My creativity was returning. And so that sticker that I just put down, manifesting my dreams, I actually designed that sticker a while back. But I don't know, I didn't put it in my shop. And I designed this like right before closed my shop. I was going through like a creative burnout. And I think it was more, I wasn't really designing what I wanted to. I was kind of having this identity crisis because I speak of those two things. But I guess with my religious background going through the miscarriages, I was still carrying just a lot of guilt and shame around the miscarriages. So I was on this, manifesting your dreams journey, letting go of old identities. But in the background, I don't know, that religious belief just kept popping up. Oh, now you're the barren wife who couldn't bear children. Now you want to be manifesting. So I guess it was this just intense, I don't know, maybe identity crisis, and it bled into a creative burnout. And I feel like being sick was just the final purge of me letting go of all of those old limiting belief systems. So that's kind of what that page is about. And then on the right page, so this sticker is a very old sticker. It's one of my first stickers that I designed. The girl with the coat, she just has cool journal girl vibes. So I put her, and then the good vibes sticker, and then in the top corner I put darling, just own it. So that's kind of what this journal spread is about. And I titled this one Hey Crafty Girl. So this one is just about, I guess, since I've let go of all of those limiting beliefs, I am at a place where I'm just owning, I guess, owning my creativity, owning my craftiness. And it says, hey, crafty girl, because I guess all of this has become a part of my craftiness. I guess the journaling, the releasing limiting beliefs, the the manifesting. So all of it just gets to coexist. So I really wanted to have all this on one page, like some of my old stickers with the new stuff. And it's just about embracing, embracing, I guess, the journey that I've been on, and embracing the life experiences. It's almost like these two. So what I was saying is all of these experiences, these different versions of me, they get to coexist simultaneously. I can embrace my religious path. I can quote a scripture, light a candle, say an affirmation, do some manifestation. I can do it all in one breath without them contradicting each other. And I guess as creative people, we aren't told this, that your experience gets to be however just however you imagine it. It doesn't have to go by a script. It doesn't have to go by religious doctrine, some spiritual guru. It can be however you make it. So that's what I was writing about in this layout. And it was like, just, hey, crafty girl, I see you. And all of this gets to be a part of your creative experience. And I also like that the color schemes kind of clash. So the new one on the right side, I'm trying different color schemes like the grays, the blues, which are a little out of my comfort zone. I'm even trying like the doll. She doesn't have a skin tone, so that's something new. And then the left side is kind of my usual style with some of my old stickers and designs. It has that peachy, pinky, that peachy tone that I just love to use, and they can kind of coexist at the same time. So I really, I also love these kind of spreads where you can see two different color schemes, two different thought patterns just sitting side by side. And it kind of just represents life, that, you know, everything does not have to be so cookie cutter. So now I am on to my, I want to say weekly, but this is not a weekly, on to my memory planning journal. And this one is just the plain grid notebook. And I skipped the page because there is something I documented, like I printed some pictures, but I never got a chance to. So we are just going to skip a page. All right, and I don't know why my phone is beeping, but my voice is letting me talk right now, so we are not going to start over. I have this little tiny composition book. I not watercolor. I painted all of the pages using acrylic markers just so I can have some different colored paper to use as backgrounds. And I know I had another pink page. Yeah, there it is. And I was just looking for that. So I used these as backgrounds just to have different colors. And it was also just a sketchbook. And here is that, this is the brown paper. I get this from Amazon Packaging. And it is the most soft, I don't know, it just has a soft, buttery feel to it. It's not like regular paper bag. I don't know, maybe they use some type of special recycling or something. So I'm using all these torn pieces just to give my spread a background. And in a minute, you'll see I lost the footage of putting all of my pictures down. So I think I got this part, and it will jump to, yes, all my pictures for the week are down. And I like to do these spreads kind of collage-y. It's not a lot of words. It's more of just a visual of either a week or a month. Sometimes I do it weekly. This time I am writing September-ish because it's not the full month. And I think some of August may be in some of these pictures. So I just wrote September-ish because it's not like a really tight time scheme. So it's just my September recaps. And I like doing this because it's not a lot of words. You can just get a visual of that time frame without knowing the whole emotional story behind it. So I feel like my daily journal is all about the daily emotions, and this one is just about, I don't know, just the overall story of my life. So this picture is just a random daily selfie. And I just wrote workday selfie. I was feeling cute one day at work, and I was like, well, why not take a picture? So stuff like that has to be documented. And I already rambled at the beginning about making traveler's notebooks. It's kind of my latest or my newest craft, because I have been trying to replicate that Webster's Pages, like that little mini traveler's notebook. So that is what I have been up to, just making these traveler's notebooks. And I'm just writing a little note that it just says making TNs. And then I'm putting that darling just own it sticker. This is a picture of my little Fit watch. So recently I have joined the gym. I was walking each morning, but it was just too much with the weather, the heat. Then I would miss on rainy days. I was just very inconsistent. So I decided to join a gym, but it's kind of, I have to get out of my comfort zone. It's a little different exercising in front of other people. So I'm still working through that. I have not started on the weights. I have to get up my courage to go do the weights. So right now I'm just walking, doing the treadmill every day. And then I am writing binge worthy. I watched this amazing series, Indian Summers, on PBS Masterpiece. You can get it through Amazon. I like PBS Masterpiece because They have really good stories, but if you like wholesome, I guess I can't say wholesome. It's a lot in there. I don't know, I feel like sometimes current TV is just so much violence, just so much drama that it takes away from the story. So these are still good stories, but it's not just overkill. And then I am just I put a picture of my little daily lemon tea that I was drinking. And I put sick kind of, and I explained that in my last spread, how I kept questioning, like, am I sick? I shouldn't feel this good if I'm sick. Like I was doing the absolute most, but I just kept coughing. And it's like the more I coughed, the more my creativity returned. It was just a weirdness. And that upper picture is not a very good one, but I pulled out the silhouette and I had so much fun because lately I've been just fussy cutting my stickers and things by hand. So I pulled out the silhouette and I just made so many stickers. It was so much fun. And I am finishing off the spread with these little puffy hearts. So I'm not sure how they'll hold up since I haven't used anything dimensional in here. So here is my monthly-ish spread. And here are the other two. I like to lay these side by side just to see an overview of everything. So I hope you enjoy this. See you in the next video.